Computer. Cool. All right. So we're back. Another episode of the Financial Life Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Dillingham. Today I have another amazing guest who has a lot to share. I will not spoil the story for everybody, but she's got a lot, been through a lot, and doing some good things in this world, which we all need. So, and before I get into that, I got to do my shameless plug. For those of you who know, may not know, we help people with some things like life coaching, financial literacy, credit, things like that. If you need help with that or questions on it, you can book a call with me at speakwithmatt.info. Again, speakwithmatt.info. Don't put in the www, won't work. Speakwithmatt.info. And this episode is also sponsored by Born the Risk, a book I co-authored in. If you like a copy, reach out to me. With that being said, I have a guest today. Her name is Melissa Tejada, all right, of Mobile Notary Services. I recently met you, last week, I think it was. And we were
Yes,
talking, and I'm like, you're like, I've been through this, immigration, one person did the cartel. And I was like, you need to be on my podcast and share your story and you let people know about what you do and how you help out people. And because your business is multifaceted, right?
exactly. Yeah.
That's
I do
like
a little bit
one
of
thing.
everything.
Yeah. So, but let's start with who you are and, like I say, the origin story. Like, how did you get from point A to
Mhm.
now?
Where I'm
Because,
currently at.
yeah,
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm very excited to be part of your podcast and share a little bit of myself with
thank you.
everyone.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm from Peru. I came to the United States when I was 7 years old. So I graduated from high school out here, went to school out here, and opened up my business about 4 years ago, during COVID.
Oh, shit.
Nobody
Yeah.
wanted to go to the bank or go to somewhere to get your documents notarized. So I became a notary.
Oh, wow.
I started doing mobile notary services, going out of people's homes, meeting in their garage with a face mask, gloves, everything.
Everything, the whole nine.
Exactly. And just being able to help those people that couldn't leave their homes, not only during COVID, but people that are high risk and have special needs as well.
Oh, wow.
Aren't able to leave their homes. So I did that for a couple of years, and I was like, what else could I do to help people? And I knew that there was something else for me to cover and to finish in this life. So a couple friends from church were like, we're gonna pray over you. We're gonna see what you should do with your life, because I had no idea what I wanted to do. I knew that I like helping people, and I knew that I liked being a notary and going to people's homes and meeting new people. So after a while, I became a loan signing agent as well. So I started going to people's homes, but this time to refinance their homes and closing their homes, closing their sale.
Oh, nice.
And I met a lot of cool people, and I like doing all the paperwork. It's usually 100 to 200 pages. You gotta make copies, gotta make sure all the signatures are done correctly, initials, everything. And well, after that, I felt like there was something else for me to do and some other ways for me to help people. So I got together with like this group from my church and the pastor and everything, the bishop. And, they were like, you know what? I feel like you would be a really good paralegal, Melissa. So I was like, what is that? Like, I was like, no, like, I don't want to get into that. It
Yeah.
seems like a lot of work. And me with 4 children, it seems like it would be impossible to do.
Right.
And but I did it. I went to school in Washington, D.C., and I graduated, did an internship at a law firm, and started working for a law firm for a little bit. And then I just branched out on my own. What I started doing was focusing on immigration,
Mhm.
since I adjusted my own status. I overstayed my visa when I was 7. I didn't even know I did it. I was so young.
Right. You're like, oops, didn't know I was
Mhm,
7.
mhm.
Please don't
But
put
there's always
for
a
me.
pathway to citizenship. So
Okay.
I did it myself. I didn't have the money for an attorney, so I was able to do my research and being able to like focus on fixing my own status. I helped
Yeah.
my parents, I helped my siblings, I helped family, uncles, aunts, cousins. So I was
Wow.
like, I like this. I actually like doing this. So little by little, I was helping people for free at first, just like volunteering at the library, volunteering at different law firms as well. and just helping people so I can get some practice. I was like, I don't know if this document will work, but I'll do it for free. Like, I'm more than happy to help you. And it always worked out that everything always had 100% success.
Wow.
So in all my cases, so I was like, maybe I should start charging now.
Yeah.
So so then I opened up my own office here in Chantilly and I started helping people with their immigration documents. No. So now what we currently do is we help people. I have a team of me and my two assistants, and we help people get their work permits. We have a bunch of work permits here. Basically, we help them get their work permit and their social security number.
Wow.
And we help them stay here legally. People come here and they don't even know that they have an option to become legal. And there's so many ways.
They
You just
don't
have to
know
find the
that?
legal way because that's the right way. So
Oh, wow.
people are a lot of people are like Spanish people that don't speak English, first of all. And it's really hard to understand the law and understand any type of help out there because there's a lot of scammers as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Uh,
That makes sense because you're vulnerable. You're in a country that you don't understand the area, the
mhm.
language. You may get understand bits and pieces. You need someone to translate. You don't know anything but the law, and you're probably like, I'm just trying to survive and get settled in a home. Please help me. And someone can be
Exactly.
like, hey, speaks the language, understands anything, and it's like, hey, I need X amount of dollars. You're like, sure, and then they just disappear.
Exactly. And this happens to everyone, to so many people every day. And you think you're like, I'm in the United States. There's
Yeah,
a laws different. There's more rights. And it's true, but there's still scammers out there.
for
And
sure.
people think, don't people that just get here, they don't know that. They think it's better than my country, so I won't get scammed. And my uncle, he got here about 2 years ago. He got scammed. He purchased a phone on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh
He
no.
bought it and it was locked. And he spent a lot of money in like a Samsung. And he was like, oh, I didn't think I could get scammed out here, Melissa. I was like, why didn't you ask me first?
Yeah. Yeah, like
Mm.
you seem like you're like the go-to person of your family. Like, hey,
Exactly. Mhm.
start with me first. Let's get your documents, become a citizen, get all that. And then after we do that, then we start working. Here's how we whatever that. So you're providing a much, especially now with everything going on in the country, a much needed in-demand service that's going to help out a lot of people. Wow.
Exactly, no. And I help people. I don't even just help them with their documents, but like people, I help them as a friend. And
Yeah.
anything that's going on in their life, like there's a solution for it.
Yeah.
So just give me a call and we'll figure it out because people feel like they're stuck in a hole and they can't get out. And a lot of people are like, no, like I don't have any money, I don't have work right now, I don't know what to do, but there's always a way. When there's a will, there's a way.
I like that. So
Mm.
yeah. I'm going to take a bit of a darker turn. We were talking about the cartel. Like, what do people not like? We all know they're bad, but like, what do people one? What? I think you said you had experience of what was your experience like with them? And then like, what do people growing up here not understanding get and how? I guess what I'm asking is like, just what are they really about and how
Things
do
we see in
people get
movies,
in
we see
trouble
it in
with it?
movies and we're like, no, it could never happen to me.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, like that's not true. It doesn't happen every day, but things like that do happen every day. And it happens to a lot of people that are coming to the United States illegally. They pay someone and then they get crossed across the border. And sometimes those are good people that help you, sometimes there's bad people. And once you're crossing, there's always a chance that they'll ask for more money than they initially asked for. And
hmm
they won't let you go until you pay them that much money. Like I was doing some research as well, and especially like Asian people or if they're coming from China, they the same thing. You wouldn't think they like come here illegally, but they do. And
yeah.
when they're at the border, they're the ones that get charged the most for them to be able to actually come. They'll tell them a price. Then when they get to the border, they'll be like, if you want to cross, it's an additional 20,000. And they are the only ones that are able to come up with the money. So
So, and what
mhm.
happens if they don't?
If they don't, they'll send videos to their family of like, we're gonna cut their head off, we're gonna kill them. I mean,
Wow. And
mhm.
do they actually follow through on that threat?
Obviously, I mean, it's really scary and it's even scary to talk about it, but these are things that we have to talk about because it happens every day and people are
Wow.
like blind to it. I like to speak about reality and things that are going on
Yeah.
right now because we don't want to close our eyes and be like, no, the world's perfect and everything's fine.
Hey, everything's
It's
fine,
easy to
nothing's
cross the
wrong.
border. Just go ahead and pay someone to cross you. Like, no, it's harder than you think. And people spend thousands of dollars to do it and they lose a lot of money to do it. And a lot of things could happen. I've had clients tell me their stories about the person that crossed them, raping them, telling them, I'm not crossing you till you sleep with me. I've had
Wow.
clients, I've had clients that were kidnapped and sold to multiple men before crossing the border with them.
Sex trafficking.
And but yeah, exactly. And that's real and it's happening every day. And it's getting worse and worse. And I mean, I was at the hair salon a couple of weeks ago in
Mhm.
Centerville. And maybe the guy didn't know I spoke Spanish, but while I was getting my hair done, he was like talking on the phone to someone about selling a girl, like a little girl, like like I want to say she was like 8 or 9 years old,
No.
that selling her for like $15,000. And I
Selling
called my friend.
an 8 or 9 year old girl for 15 grand. Uh, The other question I have to ask is, I don't want to ask this, but who's buying that? Oh God.
Mhm. Mhm.
Someone's paying for that. I don't want to know who it is and shoot him in the face. Like, you're disgusting.
Exactly, exactly. And it happens. I mean, it's like,
A daily
so
thing
one of
that
my
we're,
best
we're
friends in
here and we don't
Arizona.
even realize it. We're just like, yeah, I'm living life, gotta make money, and so basically, and all you can do that, all you can do. I don't want to interrupt you, but basically, crossing the board illegally is a big ass gamble.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know who, what. You can make it through and be fine. You can make it through and pay a lot of money and then get through, or you get it, someone's gonna like, put you into sex trafficking and all this other stuff, and then you could just basically die
Exactly.
just for the desire to have a better life with more opportunity, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
So,
I grew up
um,
spoiled. I grew up real
yes,
spoiled
exactly.
then. Jeez.
So in Arizona, my friends belong to the group, this like nonprofit that helps recover sex trafficking victims.
Mm,
So once I witnessed that at the hair salon, I called my friend right away and I was like, this is what happened. And she was like, tell me the exact address. Obviously don't say anything, but
yeah.
tell me the exact address, the time it happened, and they're gonna send their people to go and check the cameras.
Wow. Good.
Mhm.
That
They
mofo
they
needs to
belong to
get.
like a anti-human trafficking task force.
Wow.
Mhm.
This isn't being talked about a lot, and it's sad because there was a
Uh,
movie there was a movie that came out, I think it was earlier this year or last year, that talked about sex trafficking, and it was, people loved it, and I'm like, this is an issue that, like, it's crazy because where I'm at, another guy that I know here, he was telling me how it's easy to cover it up with a legitimate business. And one of the things he told me was like cleaners. I'm like, how would that work? And it's like, I forget what he said, but basically, and I'm gonna butcher this, you can let me know if it's correct as I explain it, that yeah, your clothes get clean, but there are people there that are working to pay off a debt, and if they don't, they get sold, and that's how it comes off as a legitimate business, but it's not. And I was like, and ever since then I thought, I will never go to the cleaners and look at that the same ever again.
exactly. Yeah, it's scary. The rescue that my friend belongs to is called OUR,
Hmm.
Our Rescue. And I mean, you can find them on Google. They help rescue those in need from child sexual exploitation and human trafficking. And
Wow.
they sell t-shirts and everything. They go all over the world and they rescue these children that are being trafficked and sold. Mhm.
That's wow.
Mhm. I'll send
Uh,
you the link. It's a pretty good organization and they're all over the United States. So like usually like she'll send me flyers and I'll hand them out and to businesses and people like if you're interested in learning more, and this is real, this is happening.
yeah.
And we can host like we'll host where they teach children like if someone touches you, scream, run and tell.
Yep. Yeah.
Um and just to let children know that that's not normal and you need to tell an adult right away.
Wow.
And it happens every day. Like it's so crazy. Like I've heard these stories, their own uncles, like for my clients as well. But their own uncles, their own cousins have molested them and they haven't told anyone but me.
So you're like a therapist on the side too, basically. You're a
Mhm.
therapist, paralegal, superhero, mama
Thank
for
you. Thank you.
mobile notary service, and then person
A
of
little
like there's
everything.
a will's a way. Um,
Exactly. Exactly. No.
I got you. So so sex trafficking is a big thing, and like, what was your experience like coming up from Peru here? Did you have to go through the same challenges your clients have, or is it more of like the, I guess, the legal way, or was it
Exactly. When we came out here, I was 7. I don't even remember, but we definitely came on an airplane and we had a tourist visa. So we
okay?
came, we overstayed our visa, and we just decided not to go back.
Right.
And after, and those are like a lot of people come are or are still coming that way. And they just don't plan on going back. Maybe they have family here. Maybe something's going on in their country that they're scared of.
Yeah.
So I've had male clients tell me that someone robbed their store, and then they'll be like, I didn't want to tell the lawyer or the attorney, but I got raped. And I haven't even told my wife, ma'am, but I need to tell you that when they robbed me in my store in my country, the cartel raped me, the own cartel. hmm He's like, I haven't told anyone. I'm embarrassed, but
Oh
it
yeah.
needs to be told. You gotta tell somebody because that's one way to be able to get asylum in this country.
Mm, I see.
Mhm. Mhm.
Wow. What a how do I say this? What a interesting crisis going on in the journey of people and what they're trying to do. And it's like that has to be resolved to be like, let's take the danger out, come through this way. Like, and make it, but at least but I like what you're doing. You're saying, hey, I'll help you get established legally, get this going, and then
Mhm.
get you safe, understand things as far as that goes. So because I see it
Exactly. I
like
love to help people.
yeah, because I mean, where I'm at, I'm from Gaithersburg, Maryland, born and raised there, and so I know there's pockets of the Hispanic markets. There's
Oh
some
yeah.
here, and they're everywhere, and I like them. They have good food. I love the what is it? The sweet bread with the icing on it. That's like my favorite thing. I
Mhm.
don't know what it's called, but
Which
I something like that. It's like
okay.
oh whatever. I'm going to diatribe, but yeah, no, but it's good what you're doing, and then.
Mhm.
So let me ask you this. So with when it kind of switching gears a little bit with mobile notary, what is that exactly? I mean, I have an idea, but what is that exactly for people who don't understand it? And like when they're like, okay,
Yeah,
mobile
like
notary, what do I do? Why would I use it?
so basically a lot of people are in wheelchairs, a lot of people are disabled and they can't leave their homes.
Yeah.
That's where they call me, and I'll go to their homes, notarize their documents. Last week, I went to a retirement home
Mhm.
and notarized a couple last will and testaments.
Oh,
So I got there for one client, left with like 7 clients because
nice.
people didn't know like, oh, a notary can come to me. That's so cool. Like you don't have to leave your house. You don't have to leave your retirement home. Some people
Yeah.
can't leave and they need someone to legalize their documents so they can pass away peacefully.
Yeah, that's very important. Okay. Because I've had people that are like, that told me I'm a notary, and I've been like, well, who would I send your way? I don't know of anyone. And are you able to take
Mhm.
things online orders? Like say someone's like in North Carolina. Can you still help them out even though you're in
Oh
Maryland?
yeah. I'm a RON, which is remote online notary as well. So I'll help
Okay.
people all over the world.
Oh wow.
Argentina, Spain, Mexico, Peru,
Can't diss your home
Italy.
country.
As long as they have like a social security number in the United States, I can legalize their signature online.
That would make sense. You can't do it for a non-citizen. That would break
Right.
the law.
I don't speak the language or something.
There you go. Wow.
Mhm.
Cartel, the journey, and now here you are helping people out with everything as far as that goes. For you, what would be you got 4 kids doing a business. Now, I was gonna say it's like you started your business at a perfect time. You had the perfect storm where no one could go anywhere, and
Mhm.
you're like, let me do this and get stuff done for people, and it took off from
Mhm.
there. And then you probably got your referrals and grew your base that way. So
Oh yeah. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I don't have to pay to play. People like I go to bed at nighttime and I'm happy. I can sleep through the night because
yeah,
I don't scam anyone. I'm very direct. Like I'll tell you right away, like if I can help you or not, or if I know somebody that can help.
wow. See, that's awesome. you're just like word of mouth at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought it's always been word of mouth. I feel like that's the best advertising out there.
It is. It's viral. It just keeps going, and you're like, all right, cool. Do your job, and you're good to go on that.
Yeah.
Now, for your clients to come in, like, what do you see are like the biggest challenges they have, like coming across, and you help them out with?
I want to say the language.
Hmm.
Obviously, the language and being able to find employment, being able to work legally. Solamente el socio de Princeton. I don't know. No son los dos. Oh, I have a client here. He's picking up his work permit, congratulations.
Congrats.
Felicidades. Estoy en un podcast.
Okay, perfecto.
There you go, doing it live. It's gonna be recorded now forever and for in the time.
But the people come every day, like, congratulations. They're like, are you gonna put me on WhatsApp or put me on Facebook? Like, I don't have Facebook, but we can publish in WhatsApp. And people are excited, like
Mhm.
finally I have my documents. I can be here legally. I don't have to
Yeah.
hide anymore. Because people get abused so much and they taken advantage of. There are restaurants that haven't paid my clients in like a month or two. And because they don't have a social, so they're unable to even like make a claim with who should they complain with OSHA.
Wow.
So now they have a social, they're like, I have the right now to complain.
To
But you can
complain.
still complain even if you don't have one, they just don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, that would make sense because then they'll ask you all these questions, and they're probably afraid of like, oh, you're not supposed to be here, so they're gonna take you and send you back to your home country.
Exactly.
No, o para llegar siempre te digo,
Sí, ya no vuelvas.
sobre lo del idioma, me parece cuánto voy a pagar.
¿Lo dije?
Eso
Bueno, ahorita te digo.
luego.
Y yo te mando un texto, sí, está. Sí, sí, cuídate. Chao.
Live
Bye.
work going on right now as I speak. It is what it is.
Yeah, and people like they love to I was like, just come in, like be comfortable, like tell me everything. And people tell me everything, like they feel comfortable enough to open up to me.
Mhm.
Because I work with an attorney and the attorney will go represent them in court if
Okay.
needed. But of course we'll charge them, we'll split the cost and I'll charge them for my services, he'll charge for representation in court. So usually they're even like embarrassed to talk to the attorney because they're like, I don't want to tell him what happened to me. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah,
So I'll have to like tell me and I'll explain to him, he'll understand.
right. That makes sense. Yeah. So when someone comes to you, what's the process that you take them through, and does it take very long? Is it like a couple months? Like, what's the first step, and then what's the last step to where I'm good to go? I can, I guess I want to say be independent or
Yeah,
be
exactly.
productive.
So usually people like if we're speaking as far as my paralegal services, people don't realize that once they cross the border and they're paroled to the US, as long as they have like a good case, not everyone can just be let in. Like people
Yeah,
think everyone's coming, but not everyone's let in. Usually if you don't have a good case of like being afraid to go back to your country, then
yeah,
usually they send you right back. So, but most people, um, they tell their story, and if an immigration officer believes you, or they know it's real, or you bring proof, they let you right in. Sometimes they offer you parole, which you can get a work permit within a month. Right now, a lot of Venezuelans, I'm helping them out with their TPS, which is a work permit. People
yeah.
that got here before July of 2023 qualify for a work permit,
Okay,
and you'll get in 30 days, and they can work right away legally.
gotcha.
So I'm always about telling them like what the law is like in the United States, and you can't get in trouble, you can't drink and drive. There's like the law here is pretty strict, and you
Yeah.
won't believe how many clients, like a lot of clients listen to me, but a lot they don't either, and they do whatever they want, and then what happens? They drive drunk, they get sent back.
Wow. So wait. So you're saying that in some countries, drunk driving is not illegal. It's you can
Or
do it.
they don't say anything, and like for example, I'm from Peru. In Peru, you pay the cop, and I think when they pull you
Private.
over, they have their like Venmo or Zelle thing, but from Peru,
Uh,
like you can Zelle me and I won't give you a ticket.
oh, wow. All right, cool.
Yep.
Then you go on to possibly do more damage and do something.
Yeah, exactly. And like they don't even like in Peru, you don't even use the car seat. I went to Peru like a month ago and I brought my car seat. They were like, what is that? Like it's taking up too much room. Mhm. But they don't use car seats and it's like to me, I got used to it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I went with my 5-year-old and like he was like, I don't need a car seat. No one has a car seat out here. Like even the Uber drivers, taxi drivers, nobody has a car seat. So she'll just sit in your lap and you have to hold them tight.
That's
Little things like that are
um
normal in my country, but not here. Obviously you can get a big ticket and it's dangerous.
you
And
can't
that's
hold a kid in a seatbelt today. They'll be like, no, what are you doing? Like pull over, ticket. Wow.
Mhm.
I did
Yep.
not know that. That's a difference. And then you also said people don't listen to you. They're like, don't drink and drive. Okay, and it's like you can't bribe, you can't do that. And
They
it's
call me like, oh my God, Miss Melissa, please help me. I need to fire an attorney. I'm in criminal court now because they have a $10,000 bond. Okay, I'm not helping you.
sorry, you should have listened to me when it was cheaper. And
Exactly. That's what I tell my clients. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, the law, what you can do, what you cannot do here, and if you don't follow the law, then there's consequences, and I'm not gonna risk you.
yeah.
Mhm.
Jeez.
So I'm very strict with that, and like my clients respect me more.
Yeah.
A lot of my clients are like, no, thank you. Melissa, my clients tell their people like Melissa treats you like you're her family, not like she's just like a paralegal, just a notary, just like a professional, but I'm also a friend to you and I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm always there for you. Like I treat every case like it's my own because I've been there before and I know how it feels to not have a social security number and not have a way to for citizenship and feel stuck. Like you can't even go out and have friends because you're embarrassed to tell your friends about your status.
Really? But you can keep it from their friends. They're like, yeah, I'm good. They just kind of like when people in bad credit, no one talks about it. It's
Yeah,
personal. I didn't
exactly.
know that. Wow. So you keep it quiet until
Mhm,
either something happens or they're like, yeah, I got my papers and or documents or whatever, and then
mhm.
then they say, I didn't know that. Wow, this is interesting to hear because it's a way different view on life, or I'm sorry, experience is happening right now as we speak. Been going on, gonna go on tomorrow, the next day. That just people deal with that. It seems like for the most part they are trying to do right, do good, and have a good life and provide, and not just cause um
Not just hide and run away from their problems. Like so I tell people, if you're not hiding anything, don't be afraid to tell the judge, your story. You
yeah,
don't have no criminal record. You're a good person. Tell the truth because with the truth, you'll always win.
facts. Wow.
Mhm.
Been a very good episode. I knew it was gonna be good. I'm like, Melissa, you have to tell the stuff. People don't understand the other side to it and what they're going through. And I remember seeing something about this years ago about the border and things, and it's dangerous. And I think did my mom tell me this or someone else, or maybe it was a friend of mine, and you can confirm this for me that sometimes, I don't know if it's all the time, that sometimes women will be pregnant and somehow they give birth, they'll make sure the baby's born on the other side, so the baby is a citizen. And I'm like,
Mhm.
how do you, how does that happen? How do you time that? Because that's crazy. Like,
Yep.
so
Mhm.
you met clients who are like,
My
yeah,
clients, yeah, come to the US pregnant. I have clients come here not even knowing they're pregnant and
they're
giving
like,
birth
oh,
out
I
here.
must be a little fat. It's like, no, you have a baby growing inside of you.
Exactly, yes. And people think, oh, my baby will be my anchor baby. I'll become a citizen. But that's not how it works.
No.
You know, that's not how it works. So your child will be fine. They'll have a social security number. They'll be able to go to school and go to college, but you'll still be the same. So
Yeah. It's like child's fine. You need to get straight. So that way you can be in your
mhm.
child's life and not have to be at wait a distance sending money or whatever, whatever case how it works. So
Exactly. No, like one of my best friends, her name is Lilia. She's Mexican. She crossed the border when she was about 7, 8 years old. She didn't even know she was crossing the border. Her parents just told her get in the trunk, and she crossed. This was like she's my age, so like 20 years, over 25 years ago.
wow.
And well, she had a baby with a guy, and so they lived together and everything. The guy told her He'll be there for her, etc. They broke up. She put him on child support, right? And don't forget, she crossed the border, so she doesn't have a social security number, she doesn't have a work permit, nothing.
Yeah.
So, but she's working, like doing side jobs here and there. And at places where they don't ask you for those documents, housekeeping, maybe
Right.
some side jobs. So the guy told her, if you drop the child support, I will marry you and I will fix your papers and you'll be a citizen. And I told her, don't drop it. He's lying to you. He's lying to you. She dropped the child support.
No.
He kicked her out of his house. He never married her and he took the baby. She hasn't seen her baby in 4 years. And
Wow.
I talked to her. I try to talk to her once a week, and she became very depressed. She got super skinny, and like I'm talking about this beautiful Mexican woman, beautiful curly hair, and nice body, and she had like her whole life ahead of her. Like she was doing fine, and he took the baby away from her, and she felt like obviously what can I? She's like, what can I do? Like I don't even have my passport. And you know how she lost her passport? This is
How?
scary. So she worked at a bar, like a bartender. She was walking home from the bar one night. A guy was like, I'll give you a ride home, right? She was like so tired from working. So she said, okay, I'll take it. She took the ride home. The guy didn't take her home. He was like, you gotta sleep with me first. So, and then he tried to pimp her out.
No.
This happened in Colfax in Denver, Colorado.
Wow.
hmm And she became depressed. He took her passport away because he was like, you're not gonna snitch me out or tell on me. And then he kept calling me and like she was telling me like he promised me like he'll give me a nice car and I was like, nope, he's lying to you. Don't believe him. Don't work for him. Don't work with him.
Yeah.
Like that sounds super strange. And he was old. She was like, yeah, he's super old, like our dad's age. I was like, yeah, that's
Ugh.
disgusting.
Ugh.
And these are things that happen to people that you couldn't even imagine, like what she's been through. And she's so happy and outgoing and she's in a better place now that she's been able to slowly fix herself back up.
Yeah.
But when the guy like took her baby away, he took away her child support. She dropped to like the bottom. She stopped eating. She got really skinny.
Oof.
She became really depressed. And like even her mom got deported back to Mexico when we were
No.
15 years old.
Oh.
And her mom, she used to live with me until we graduated from high school. So, and then she went out on her own because she started working as a bartender. But yeah, so basically her mom abandoned her. She never met her dad. And
Mm.
so for her, she has no pathway to citizenship, She did cross the border illegally and she didn't even know. And she was never caught. So she didn't go through like customs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she hasn't never married anyone or anything. So she's hanging in there. But these are things that happen and we are blind to it. If she didn't tell me, I would never know.
Right.
Mhm. So it's scary because there's not only child sex trafficking, there's human trafficking, women trafficking pimps out there, like right surrounding us every day.
Every day, and I probably seen it in my area and had no idea. It probably looks normal. Is that what they do? They make it look normal, part of everyday process?
Like super normal, like handsome looking dude, well dressed and everything. Like, I'll help you out. Don't worry, you can trust me. Mhm.
So, okay, here's the question. If someone has a suspicion that it's not what it's presenting itself as, like something else is going on, what should they do? Who should they call? Like, what's the first thing like to do in that? If you're like, something's not right here.
Yeah, exactly. So what my friend always told me, the one that works with OUR for the Underground Railroad of human trafficking, she just give a tip, send a tip out, and we'll check it out, and hopefully it'll be nothing. But if it's something, you'll help someone.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow, Melissa, you're a superhero. I just help you with the credit. I don't do anything.
No,
You're
no, no,
you're
yeah.
helping get their life straight and get safe. I'm like, credit's fixed. You can still make it work. Wow. All right. I will
Yeah.
say this. What if out of all you've been through and what you've seen now, like what's like one more thing you want to say to people that they should know or about what's going on? And I guess like how can they help to change it? Because it's a serious issue. I know it has, but I didn't realize it was this deep, and just how it gets played out in front of our eyes, and we have no clue. Because we're just like, all right, whatever. It's a business. It's doing this. It's that.
Exactly. So I mean, usually most child abuse happens within your own family and you don't even know it. It's just you just never opened up to anyone. That's the first step, to teach your children when to speak up and how to speak up and not to wait or keep it. And then I feel like trafficking will never stop. It's a multi-billion-dollar business, and obviously, like without who knows
Wait,
who's involved, but it's a lot.
wait.
People
I'm
have a lot
sorry.
of money.
It's a multi-billion-dollar business.
Business. Mhm,
Holy shit.
mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah.
Oh, because it's not just like regular people, but like, and I believe this too, people higher up and social, like celebrities and things, other mega
Mhm.
rich people that you would never know about. It's a real thing, and it's
Mhm.
wrong, and it's just oh my God.
Mhm.
So that being said, to end this on a more positive note, how can people reach you and connect and help you out if, as they're listening to this, you're like, hey, I want to help her out, or maybe they have people that need your services. How can
Want to
they?
get involved maybe in changing their community and spreading the word,
Yeah,
or anything. You can reach me by my cell phone. I always answer, or WhatsApp. You can link my phone number or something. I don't know how to do it.
or just say it. It's recorded. You're good.
It's yeah, you can reach me on my cell phone at 480 from Arizona, 480-329-8047.
Cool. Email address.
My mobile notary solutions at gmail.com.
Okay. And like you stop there at. I'm like, oh, which one is it? Hold on, let's get .com. I'm like, there we go.
And
Cool.
with the new, I have like the 15, and like it's so like complicated. Like you don't even have a chip. And the last couple of days, there's no 5G network, and I've been freaking out because I can't get a hold of anyone, and my cell phone is my life. I have AT&T,
I understand.
and if the phones are getting more smarter every day, and it scares me.
Yeah.
They're listening to your conversations, like ads will pop up like on Google. It's scary.
Yeah. When you get into business, your phone becomes your lifeblood, your livelihood. It's like
Mhm.
when you're not, you're like, whatever. Now I'm like, I need this on, and you understand. Cool.
Mhm.
Melissa, thank you for so much for being on. This has been very powerful, very, very
Mhm.
good information, and just it's stories. Is that's really this made me realize, well, I have it and have had it very good. I'm at my challenge, but compared to what people go through on this, it's like a cakewalk, basically.
Mhm.
So I'm glad you are doing what you're doing. Keep doing it.
Thank you.
Even after you pass away, keep doing it in the afterlife. I don't care.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh
All that
yeah,
stuff.
for sure.
So I thank you for being on, man. Appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me, man. It's a pleasure to be here. Happy to keep helping people and give them that knowledge that they're missing.
Cool. All right. Thank you, man.